Hey guys! I'm Tori Ann Perky, and from my homeschool to your homeschool, today I want to talk about the simple Sharpie. Sharpies are permanent markers, and oh my goodness, they can be the bane of every mom's existence. If you've ever tried to get Sharpie off wall or anything else, you know that this sucker is very, very permanent. And I know this because I had a certain daughter who wrote all over her bedroom and all over my sheets and her sheets with a Sharpie. But today, not fun. But today I want to talk about how you can use a Sharpie, a simple little Sharpie, to make homeschooling so much more fun and your kids will want to learn. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to show you a little trick that's like magic. It seems like magic and it's made such a difference, and we've used it tons in my homeschool. So the cool thing about a Sharpie is it is permanent, except if you apply alcohol to it, you can get it off, which is why you may know that if you take a Sharpie and then draw on something and then take a dry erase marker and draw over it, it will often pull the Sharpie off. I know, super cool. So I decided that I would figure out if I could use a Sharpie on a whiteboard without the dry erase marker and have it work, and it does. So let me show you. So I have these cool whiteboards, and this side is plain and this side is lined, and we have used these tons. Because they have the line size, we've done a ton of our handwriting assignments on these, and my kids use this side to do math. It's a lot like having a slate from like 120 years ago, you know, little chalkboard slates they used to carry around, only we have these whiteboard slates. And what's really fun is I can take the Sharpie and I can draw all over the whiteboard. And because it's Sharpie, it doesn't come off. It's permanent. So my kids can do a handwriting assignment or a math assignment or whatever they need to do, and they can then come show it to me, particularly the handwriting side, but either way, they can show it to me and it doesn't rub off accidentally. And particularly for left-handers when they're writing, and they will write this way, right? And then their hand will smear it while they're writing. But then if you take rubbing alcohol, and I just bought this container to put the rubbing alcohol in, and you do have to have the highest concentration of alcohol you can get. So you want a 91% alcohol. You take the rubbing alcohol and you take either a rag or a paper towel, and you can put the rubbing alcohol on the rag or the actual whiteboard. And then you go like this. Whoa! Do you see that? Do you see that? It's like magic. And off it comes. What I love is that Sharpies have this amazing kinesthetic feel. So not only do we use black ones, but we get all the colored Sharpies. And my kids, who maybe were a little resistant to do handwriting or were resistant to do math, when you can write on a surface, there's something about Sharpie or dry erase marker on a whiteboard surface that just is so fun and so tactile. And it shifts the learning, and my kids want to do their assignments because they're drawing with colors and they're drawing here. And you can get Sharpies in fine point as well as in the, fine point and then extra fine point. And now that I can buy them in extra fine point, we can do even more complicated math and things that take a much finer writing because because you have even just a finer point that you can write with. So there it is, the Sharpie with a dry erase board. So much that we've done in our homeschool with those two humble tools. 91% alcohol, use a paper towel or a rag. Simple, simple, simple. Just so you know, 91% alcohol also gets Sharpie off bunk beds. Who knew? So I'm going to leave a link up above or down below. You can check out the Sharpies. You can check out the whiteboard that I recommend on Amazon. If that's something you want to incorporate in your homeschool, really, really fun. Super cool. I'm Tori Ann Perky, and from my homeschool to your homeschool, I bring you these videos every single week so that you can be a super successful and confident homeschool mom.